Thank you.
Now, should women be allowed to perform religious rituals at Jerusalem's Western or Wailing Wall? Well, not according to Orthodox Jews. They say prayer services are reserved for men. But that didn't stop a group seeking to overturn the ban from trying to do just that today. It resulted in scuffles and 5 of the group being arrested. Samantha Barry reports.
It's one of Judaism's most sacred sites. It comes with strict Orthodox traditions, worshippers segregated according to sex. Today, Israeli police arrested 5 women activists at the Western Wall for wearing prayer shawls. Orthodox rules, which govern prayers at the site, allow only men to dress this way. It's not the first time members of the Women of the Wall group have been arrested. They've also been detained for reading publicly and singing aloud from the Holy Scriptures, a right reserved for men. Onlookers had mixed reactions to the arrests.
This is not only a battle over the right of women, a battle over the right of women to pray next to the wall. This is a battle over the democratic soul of the state of Israel.
I think this implies more than anything on the real intentions of the Israeli government, unfortunately. And the real intentions we can see is not to have an equal prayer and a pluralist place for women and men to pray in the kotel, in the wall.
They are infidels. They invent their own Judaism with their imagination and aren't ashamed to call it Judaism. Judaism is the Torah and will not be changed.
The arrests are the latest in an emotive conflict over rights and wrongs at the holy site. Authorities are working on a compromise to try to resolve the dispute. This week, they revealed potential plans to convert an old archaeological dig south of the wall, creating an area where men and women would be allowed to mix and worship freely. Samantha Barry, BBC News.
And we can actually speak to one of the Women of the Wall members who was arrested today, Bonnie Ras. Bonnie, thank you so much for speaking to us. Just explain to us what happened to you.
This morning at 7 o'clock, we started the prayer service. And I was wearing my talit. I was praying from the Siddur, the prayer book. And almost immediately after we started, police came and they took our executive director, Leslie Sachs. And as soon as they cleared the space in front of me, a police officer came over to me and she said, "You're wearing a talit, you have to take it off, or you can come with me." So I went with her.
And do you think, and just clarify this for us, what you were doing was effectively illegal, wasn't it?
I do not believe that what I was doing is illegal. There are different interpretations of the Supreme Court ruling, and they detained me for praying out loud and for doing an action which could lead to public discomfort of others and possibly cause unrest. And today the judge ruled that nothing that Women of the Wall is doing at the Kotel can lead to public unrest, that we are being blamed for the actions of others, and it is the actions of the people who are harassing us and yelling and screaming and disrupting our service that should be curtailed, not the activities of Women of the Wall.
Bonnie, this is such an emotive subject. It's such a deeply religious place. Why do you think this is the time to be doing this? And what kind of support, if any, are you getting from other members of the public?
I think we have a lot of support for our cause. There's also a lot of support for egalitarian prayer. The Kotel is the holiest place in Judaism, and the Kotel belongs to all Jews. The Kotel should not be limited to 10% of the Israeli population. That is the most extreme elements of Judaism, the Haredi. And in recent years, the rules at the Kotel have been made by the administrator of the Kotel, and he raises the mehitza, and he says that women can't, one month we're allowed to wear talit, and then the next month we're not allowed to wear talit. And first they say only if you wear a long talis that looks like a man's talit, you're arrested, and then it's all talit. So the administrator of the Kotel is making up rules as he goes along, and it's getting stricter and stricter, and it's removing most of Israeli society from the Kotel.
Okay.
And
Bonnie Ras from Women of the Wall, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but as always, we're out of time. But thank you very much for sharing your experiences earlier today. Thank you very much for joining us.